What's up, everybody? This is Matt Brown with another IoT hacking video. Today, we're taking another look at this TP-Link security camera, and we're going to go through the device initialization process and look for some common vulnerabilities that exist in that flow. This is actually going to be a live look. I have not set up this device nor the one on our workbench that we'll actually be working with. I'm going to walk through that process for the first time and give you my initial reactions to some of the things that I think are odd, what I look for when I'm doing a device pen test. So first, let's go over to the microscope and review what we've already covered so far if you haven't seen the other videos. So here we have the microscope camera, and we can see that we are connected up to a couple pins via our PC byte probes. These are the UART pins on this SoC chip that runs our security camera. So obviously I have another one of these cameras taken apart here. We've covered in the last videos how to turn this restricted UART shell where it asks for a username and password into a UART shell that just drops us into a shell prompt. So let's go over here, and we can see a bunch of stuff scrolling by. So that camera is turned on, and we can see here that we do have root on this device. And so that's going to help us, if we ever want to debug anything. Awesome questions in the comments of the last video talked about, hey, if I have UART access, but I don't have all of the tools you have to perform chip off, can I still extract firmware? You definitely can. You can use utilities in a root shell like this to try to, connect the device to a network and then pass those binaries. Things we'll look for is, okay, it has netcat, so we're good to go, right? We can, maybe stream a file to the zip command, which then you can stream to the netcat command and send it over the network, and then you can decompress it on the other side. We're not going to do that right now, but that was a really great question. So what I want to do, you'll see a bunch of stuff, a bunch of error messages scrolling. This device right now is broadcasting a open wireless hotspot. That's because it hasn't been configured yet. So I actually have my phone here, and we are going to run through the setup process. Now, I've only installed the app and configured my account, but I have never installed this device before. But we're just going to see our my first reaction to that. But before we talk about that, we're actually going to go over here and talk about my setup. So I'm using, like I have in past videos, man-in-the-middle router. This is just a set of Linux utilities that's going to spin up a Wi-Fi network that allows us to monitor all of the traffic. And so I have this, expertly drawn little chart here. And so what we're going to see today is on this wireless interface. This is where, one, I already have my mobile phone connected up to that interface there. And then eventually the camera, we're going to configure it to also join that same interface. So in Wireshark, we're going to be able to monitor on this BR0, also known as the Bro interface. And so that is going to allow us to see the traffic of both the mobile app, which will be interesting, and the camera to its various cloud servers. So, and right now we're not going to do any trying to SSL man in the middle. We're just going to look at the traffic for that setup process. So when I'm on an IoT pen test, I spend a ton of time with the device in its pre-configured state, and then often I will install, factory reset, and reinstall the device 5, 10, 20 times. Yeah, bug bounty context, same thing. In some of these live hacking events I've been in, some of my vulnerabilities I've found only occur when the device is getting set up. And so there are bugs that you will miss if you just start all your analysis after you've configured the device. A lot of people will say, okay, let's get the device set up and then look for stuff. You will find higher impact bugs if you only look in that area, but you will miss some of these low-hanging fruit bugs if you are just being careful in the setup process. So that's our setup here. So you can see already over here. So that's where we're running man-in-the-middle proxy. And here we have Wireshark. So we're already getting some traffic. That's because our mobile phone is already connected to the network that we can monitor traffic with. And I'm going to open this app. And so I did do this. So this part is not a surprise to me. Something super interesting that's going to happen here. So all I'm doing is opening the app. The camera is not on this Wi-Fi network yet. And in Wireshark, we see some really interesting traffic. So we see a bunch of UDP traffic that's being broadcasted by my mobile phone to the broadcast address on its interface. It's going to destination port 20,004. Okay. And we can see here that Wireshark, it actually knows, like, this is just raw UDP traffic. It actually is giving a name to this UDP traffic here, and I can go, right click, follow UDP stream, and I can, I don't know why, just give me the hex dump. Okay, that's really fascinating. It must be like compressed or something, because it says it is decoding this as the TP-Link Smart Home Protocol. Yeah, so the raw data must be compressed because you don't see anything over here in plain text. But it's able to interpret this command that says, system get sysinfo. It's clearly probing its local network, looking for any TP-Link devices. So that's something we want to reverse engineer in the future. I just saw this traffic like 30 minutes ago. So this is all new to me, but that's something we want to target. That's really fascinating. So, but what we're here to do mainly in this video is to walk through this setup process. So what we're going to do is we're going to say add a device. Okay. It's an indoor camera. We have the Tapo C210. All right. Yeah. LED. Please enable location. Oh yeah, that's because it's going to use the Wi-Fi's. All right. Next. All right. So connect to device. Okay. So it just scans my Wi-Fi and then it finds a wireless hotspot. It's an open hotspot, by the way. You can't really see that here, but you would be able to see that. So it's Tapo cam, and then that's clearly part of the MAC address of the device, which is fascinating because there could be an attack that we could set up. It might take a lot of time where you'd have a fake device and then trick the app into connecting to it and maybe sending credentials or something. Okay, awesome. Let's try again. Oh, am I supposed to like manually connect to it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Try again. Sweet! It found our camera. All right, and so I'm going to connect it up to my test network here, and my super secure password that you guys all now know. All right. Yes. There you go. There's my creds. All right. So it's connecting. Okay. And now let's get rid of that filter, because now I'm really curious to see what kind of traffic we see going on here. Okay. It looks like we're just getting that initial. Okay, there's a DHCP request. Okay. What do we see here? All right, let's go back here. Oh, I've named my device. Next, sure. Home. Next. My icon. Fireplace. Yay. All right. Don't need any of your services. All right. Okay, very cool. Okay, so we're already seeing traffic from the device now. Okay, a DNS request to a end device API.TP-Link cloud. Okay, so this all looks good. And so now we can, okay, so we have this IP address right here. So let's just take a look at one of these packets. Let's go to the IP layer, source address. Okay, so this is my device. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that value, and then I'm gonna say IP adder equals that IP address. So now we're only seeing the traffic that's coming from the camera and not the mobile app. The mobile app, there was some really interesting traffic there, but we'll investigate that later. Right now, we're just targeting the camera. So you see right off the bat, some DNS requests to an NTP server, so it has to sync its time. I've talked about in past videos, there's these niche issues with NTP where sometimes it's used for security sensitive purposes. And so sometimes you can manipulate that to do things that you wouldn't want it to do. We see, yeah, okay, some client, we see some TLS traffic going on to this server. Okay, so it's got some cloud server that's secure, it's communicating with, more TLS traffic, more NTP traffic. It's really slamming NTP really hard. Makes me think it's like, I don't know, there's like some kind of issue with that. Okay, cool. So right now, okay, so far all we see is TLS traffic and NTP traffic. That all looks good. Okay, let me click through this some more. Ooh, okay, firmware update. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Sweet. Nice. Let's welcome. Yeah, what can it do? Sure. Now I do have it in pieces on the desk, and the camera like is probably like permanently damaged. Like the image sensor is probably permanently damaged. So we're gonna come on. look at that damaged image sensor there. It is interesting because you see that. How do I zoom in on this? There we go. So you can see now. I don't know how many people would consider this a vulnerability, but obviously that NTP, that insecure NTP, is going to be the source of this time data. Oh, this is like live. That's funny. That's actually a live video. Oh, I put my hand over it. Okay. So you can see like I've completely screwed that up. So how do I get out of this? Okay, I'm just gonna swipe it on my phone. Nope. Gosh, this is annoying. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got it. And we disconnected from my phone. That's awesome. So this is an awesome program, and it's just not going to reconnect. Okay, cool. But what we want to do now I do think I want to attempt a man in the middle to see if this data, if the TLS traffic is being validated. This is a bit, I'm kind of running by the seat of my pants here, but I want to get this reconnecting first. Let's see if that happens. It doesn't want to. All right. Disconnect. Reconnect. Aha, we're back. Okay. So what I want to do, all right. So we're going to go into here, and I'm going to edit my script down here at the bottom, and I'm going to pull in one of these IP tables rules here. Let me go check Wireshark, just verify that they're not doing anything weird, that this is on port. Here it is, port 443. All right, awesome. And I am gonna snag this IP address because I don't want to man in the middle the mobile device. I just want to man in the middle the camera itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to this command, we're going to also say D for like destination host, and then on that IP address, destination port 443. Oh, whoa, no, source. I want S for source, sorry. There we go. And it's all going to be redirected to port 8081, which we will, okay, yeah. It's gonna tell me I have to restart my Wireshark, which I will happily do. And now we're going to say, okay, so I have to like, middle tools. I always forget this command, so it's right there. Boom. There we go. Okay, so now we're running man-in-the-middle proxy. It's just using its default CA, which should not be trusted by the device. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over here and, okay, yeah, it says network unstable. Oh yeah, it got disconnected from. All right. Okay, we're reconnected. That's good. Okay, we're going to open the app, and it shouldn't be man-in-the-milling the app. But let's see. Okay. Do we get any sessions in here? Okay, and then what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to say man-in-the-middle dump, because then it just logs stuff to the command line. So I'm going to try to start this all over again. So on my phone, I'm just reinitiating communications. Okay, that's really interesting. So far, I don't think we have a new connection, and that's why man-in-the-middle dump is not working. It's very interesting. All right. I may have to reboot our camera, which is what we're going to do right now. All right, powering back on. There we go. Okay, so we see our UART is gonna reboot there, and so we're gonna wait and hope that we get either an error or some data being printed out here by man-in-the-middle dump. So, all right. So Wi-Fi is still good. Device is booting up. All right, this is all an experiment. This is live. Don't know what's going to happen. All right. Okay, handshake failed. Client does not trust the proxy certificate. Okay, that all makes sense. That all makes sense. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to patch in my own certificate to the device. So that's going to be a bit tricky, and I hate how unstable this shell is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to run telnet here. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is I want to run telnet. See, this is terrible. All right, let's just make some notes here so I can, okay, what I'm going to do is telnet d, okay, this is like the busy box telnet, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right, so what I want to do is, do -p, like the default port or whatever. And we'll do run in foreground just so we see what's going on. Okay, and then -l/bin/sh, so there's like no authentication going on, right? So let's do that. That's right. It looks like it's running telnet only on localhost on this device. I was messing around in the shell before. All right, so we want to kill all telnet d. There it is. Now run my command. Cool. Okay, so we're going to telnet into our camera. It's 8.200.65. I'm pretty sure that's it. Sweet, now we have our shell. Okay. We're going to stack all of these. Okay. In i3. All right. So now we have a shell that's not scrolling on me with all of the output, which is very nice. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to look for where the certificate is located that it's using to establish the trust relationship with its cloud servers. So I could search around on the device, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another terminal. Let's make this nice big. Work. Research. Okay, so from the previous videos, we did the firmware extraction, right? So here we have squashfs root, and so I'm just going to do the simplest thing I can and look for any PEM files. This is awesome. Okay, etc tp manage. What do we have here? We have, okay, but is that the cert? That's probably not the CA cert though. That's probably for the device itself. Okay, well there's one way we can figure that out. Let's do open SSL X509. We're gonna like read the cert details. So dash in. I think the server cert is this private key cert, which is for the web server running on the camera. So I don't think this is relevant, but we'll be able to figure that out by doing this command, and we'll say no output and just do dash text. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Okay, and so what we can do is we can go over here. Let's see, just do like and DNS. So let's get the DNS names of these servers and stuff like that. Okay, so here's one right here. Let's do copy value, and let's just like go. Let's see if we can go to it. There's like easier ways to do this, but okay, we can go to advanced, and I want to view this certificate. Okay, so what we're looking for is a wildcard certificate for tplinkcloud.com, not, which is obviously it's their own internal certificate right here, because you can see the issuer is TP-Link CA, right? This is not a generally trusted CA authority. So we need to look. Okay, so we need to look though for this, this root cert authority on the device, and that's not going to be it. So let's go back. Where are we? Okay, back here, and let's do this again. I don't know, like, is there any other certs? Okay. Oh yeah. So this is also, there's better ways to do this, guys. Don't worry. But we're gonna pipe all those to the file command and then grep for cert. Okay, cool. We found some other certificates. If you're not familiar with what to do, find dot. It's just gonna print every file path down recursively into those directories. And then XR is gonna take that output and send it to the file command, and then we're grepping for cert. So it identified these as certificates, and I bet you this guy right here is the one we are interested in. Let's do OpenSSL X509 in. There's that file path, no out text. And where? That's it. Okay, there it is right there. That's what we're looking for, because that matches what that cloud server was. All right, so this is inside of a squashfs file system, so we're not going to be able to overwrite the file system directly, but because we have an active shell in this device, what we can do is we're just going to go into temp where we can write files, right? And we're going to, so what I need to do is I need to grab, okay, so dot man in the middle proxy, CA cert.pem. So here's the contents of my man in the middle proxy CA cert. So the way man in the middle proxy works by default, you can configure it a bunch of ways, but it's going to use this cert to forge other certificates. So it's going to sign those other certificates it's generating on the fly with this CA certificate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my ca.pem. Of course, it's like vi There we go. Okay, so now we have that file. And one of the cool things in Linux you can do, I didn't know this till like 2 years ago, is usually when you run the mount command, you're thinking of mounting like a file system onto a directory. But you're always mounting onto a directory, right? But you can actually mount a file on top of another file. So let's demo this, because right now what we want to do is we have this certificate. That's the other one, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to mount my temp my CA on top of that root certificate. Dang it. Okay, it's not liking that. Oh, there's like an extra part of the command I have to run, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, Google time, mount file on other file. There's like an argument. Yo, bind. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, where is that shell? We're gonna run mount with -- bind. There we go. So now we're going to run the same cat command, and you can see, okay, ends in K1. It is indeed different. It is, so now my certificate authority is where that other file is. Okay, so now let's go up through here. All right, now we're gonna reboot the camera again. Oh wait, no, crap, we can't do that. Interesting, okay. Oh, what we need to do, okay, obviously if we kill the camera, the certificate's not gonna be there anymore. So what we actually need to do is the program that's running all of this, which I'm gonna guess, there's these ones that have the name cloud in it. Okay, here we go. Cloud IoT and cloud service. So we're going to just kill all cloud IoT and kill all. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna observe, because, yeah, okay, cool. So there's some kind of a watchdog that automatically relaunches them. All right, yeah, it's not exactly doing what I thought it would do. Okay, the handshake is still failing. Is there a different program that's doing this? All right. Net stat. I doubt it supports the P flag. Okay. So established connection. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so this is actually a really important thing to understand. So there's sometimes is special functionality. This is a total aside, where if the mobile app is on the same network as the camera, it'll detect that situation and they'll communicate directly instead of like going to a cloud server, right? And sometimes you can find vulnerabilities in that edge case. Well, that's exactly what's going on right here. So here you can see established communications between my mobile device, which is this guy, and then the local web server, which is this other one. So that's just something to be aware of. Okay, so, but what I want to know is like, where are, okay, that's other stuff connecting into us. All right. Yep, it's not working. Let's go and grep. Let's look for other stuff. Could it be something else? What's been set? There's something going on there. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some other programs that might be important for me to restart those as well. Oh, there's TP manage. Okay, kill all TP manage. All right, come on, man. IoT telemetry, kill all telemetry. All right. Yeah, this is an adventure. All right. So there's a bunch of things that could be going wrong. There could be like another place where that cert is hard coded. You know what? Yeah, I mean there is like another one. IPC server. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Okay. Open SSL x519 in that file. Dash no out text. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh no, this cert is issued by that. Wait. Oh no, this is the same one. Okay, cool. So Etsy, this whole thing right here. Okay, so there might be another place where this lives. Okay, stop doing that. Okay, so we're gonna mount dash bind. That's what we have to do. My CA onto there. All right. Now kill all. Actually, I got that command somewhere. Here it is. Kill those things. It's still failing. All right, come on. Need to man in the middle traffic. I'm just gonna check my system because dot and no proxy. Like I don't think I've changed this. No, that should be right. All right, let's keep looking here. If there's anything else I need to like turn off and on again. GSPD. There's definitely this like peer-to-peer thing. Okay, does that restart? No, it doesn't. That's really weird. Okay, so some of this stuff doesn't like auto restart when I kill it. The cloud binaries definitely do though. These things auto restart. Yeah, I mean there's a bunch of these like things that we could try to kill and then get it to go again. Client does not trust the cert. Okay. We're getting some errors here. I didn't think I haven't thought yet to look at this. Okay. Handshake error, obviously. Yes. Yes, there's a handshake error. HTTP client. SSL handshake error. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely like the cloud IoT service though. So what the heck? All right. Let's go back to our shell. Is there anything in temp that it would use? Okay, because here's creating a cert. That's my key. Are there any, you know, what did they call theirs? CR. No, not there. Like, I don't think any of this has changed. Wait a minute, what's this? What is this? Yeah, obviously it doesn't have file command. Oh, come on, it's like dot. Is that something interesting? Open SSL in X509. I don't know if it has this file. Oh, I have to do like in file. No. Right? I'm blanking on open SSL commands here. In, no out, text. Okay, it does have it on the camera. That's nice. Gosh, okay, yeah, it's clearly here in another place. Okay, this is exactly what you find on these IoT devices all the time, is there's like a bunch of inert files everywhere. Okay, so here's another place where we have to go mount, bind, we have to mount our myCA onto this, which is etc. Okay, come on. You can do it. Let's try to kill those things. Hey, we man in the middled something. Awesome. All right, third time's the charm. All right, so again, in summary, what we're doing here is we're taking our CA certificate, and then we have to, this is the problem, right? We have to find where in the device the TLS client, the HTTPS client on the device that's reaching out to the server, has somewhere on the device the root CA that it should trust to establish its trust relationship with its cloud server. And now we are able to see inside that traffic. So I use man-in-the-middle dump when I want to like see errors like that, but now we can switch back to man-in-the-middle proxy, because now we will see, once we get some of this traffic rolling back in, maybe I'll kill those programs again. Yeah, let's do that. And then hopefully those will restart and we'll see, here we go. Okay, so here we got some traffic, and now you guys have all of the keys necessary to take over my device. So congratulations, I'm not censoring this. That's too much effort. So we can see here that the camera is sending a request and saying, hey, there's this like bind code, device ID, MAC address, all these pieces of information. It's saying what firmware version it's on, all this fun stuff. And then we get a response, and then here is a JWT token that you can use also to take over my device, right? Very cool. There's my JWT. It expires, you know, in forever. Awesome. And then there's this other, you know, HTTPS server, HTTP server. Okay, so there's more servers where it can communicate with. Awesome. So now we get to see inside of this, and it's just authenticating over and over again. Awesome. Okay. What I want to do is I want to see. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to show this device anymore. I'm going to try to capture more data. So like I said, this device, because it's on the same network, I think a lot of stuff that it would normally shoot off to the cloud, it's sending direct to the mobile device. So I'm going to add this device now to my personal network. There we go. Which I'm obviously not going to show on the screen. It's really interesting that it's sending that over and over again. Like, maybe something's not working quite right, but we'll see. All right, so now, fortunately, can't connect to your device right now. Okay, it can't connect to my device right now. All right, I'm wondering if there's other requests that are still failing, and we would be able to tell that with this method. Okay, I'm gonna open the app back up. Yeah, it's saying the device is offline, so probably can't do too much there. So I'm I want to thank everyone for watching this video. This is, didn't know what to expect when I started down this path, but I want to show you some of the real life troubleshooting that I do when I'm on IoT pen tests, right? Like you think you go in with a plan, like I'm gonna, man in the middle of this SSL traffic, and sometimes it works right away, and sometimes you have to dig around in the file system to find, hey, where is this certificate located? Sometimes they'll like embed certificates inside of binary files, and then you're like patching in a binary file, all sorts of crazy stuff that you might have to do when you're doing that stuff. So thank you for watching this video. If you have watched until this point, thank you, by the way, for watching all the way through the video. I know it's a long video and attention spans are short. So I want to do something at the end of these videos that I'm going to kind of start this. So I'm going to show you guys some of the YouTube channels that I enjoy watching. So some of these might be related to cybersecurity, some of them might be adjacent, some of them might be completely unrelated to the content that I provide, and this first channel fits in that like middle category. So let's go over to our screen here, and whoa, we got another one. Okay, it's just the same request. ADD. All right, so it's this channel, Save It for Parts. So this guy is awesome, and I think one of the reasons why I resonate with this guy is because he reminds me of like old YouTube, right? No quick cut videos, right? It's just somebody sharing their passion for stuff, right? He just finds stuff in at surplus stores, kind of like I do, digging through e-waste bins for a lot of my devices. And so I really like his channel. He does some SATCOM stuff, which is really cool. I don't understand any of it, but there's that hacker spirit of trying to repurpose old tech to do something cool. And so definitely take a look at his channel if you're interested. So that's all I have for you today. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and have a good day.